You know, we were talking about this earlier, and you just mentioned it. Coming to us, Cage Wars in Schenectady for the platform, this gentleman is coming to us from Puerto Rico.
You know, and I asked you before, how did that even how does that even get arranged? But this promotion, I mean, this is the 57th Cage Wars, and there's no doubt, you do any Google search online, I don't care where you live, our fights are coming up for people to look at for future opportunities. So we've got a gentleman here from Puerto Rico, Ginno Hernandez, about to make his way into the cage. I don't know anything about him. I don't want to put you on the spot. Tell me what you know.
He's 0-0. He's from Golden Touch Fitness. You know, I would expect some stand-up boxing. Puerto Rico's known for some boxers. Miguel Cotto, you know, is big for them. He's not coming to lose. You don't come from Puerto Rico to be a shtick. You know what I mean? You're coming here to win. So it's going to be interesting when he fights his opponent, Will Stanbury, who is a teammate of Kyle Howell, who we just saw at a Combat MMA and Fitness in Vermont.
Ginno Hernandez versus Will Stanbury, our second fight of 14 here at Cage Wars 57. And you're right. We're not coming all the way from Puerto Rico to not showcase some ability and some talent. But that is an awful long way.
It is. And I would hate to leave Puerto Rico's weather to come to New York. Ugh.
You can make an argument that it is a little bit more desirable to be somewhere in the Caribbean, yes.
And his opponent making his way to the red corner, Will Stanbury.
Will Stanbury. Will Stanbury makes his way into the cage here. Cage Wars 57. Out of Burlington, Vermont. Not much known about these guys. But he looks ready, he looks determined, he looks focused. And at the very least, we know these athletes are coming here in shape.
Absolutely. You know what? I think this is one of the first cards where we did not have weight issues. Everybody came in on point, prepared, ready to rock.
Both guys coming in at 150 pounds. Will Stanbury makes his way into the cage. Big guy.
Wearing the tie shorts, so I'm expecting some stand-up.
Yeah.
The leopard tie shorts.
He's a big guy. He's tall for 150.
We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for the official introductions.
Our next contest on the card for Cage Wars 57 is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. It is in our catch 150-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in yesterday at 148 pounds. Representing Golden Touch Fitness out of Puerto Rico, Ginno El Perro Hernandez. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in last night at 150 pounds, representing Combat Fitness Mixed Martial Arts out of Burlington, Vermont, Will Stanbury. And the third man in the cage, once that bell rings, is Dan Mergliotta.
We love seeing Big Dan back in here. You know, another example of why these athletes want to come here. You're in great hands.
The best of the best. I'm excited. I think we're going to see some bangers in here right now. Stanbury versus Hernandez, round one. Let's go.
Stanbury trying to establish the center of the cage.
Now, Stanbury also 0-0?
They are, yep.
I mean, he looks like he's got real composure.
He's trying to corner him off. You see him cutting him off. Hernandez doing a good job circling, but again, he's getting closer and closer to his cage.
Stanbury looks like he just wants to load a right hand from
Got to be careful with a guy
place.
that can throw hands, just throwing that naked kick, though.
Ooh.
Hernandez, the shorter guy, definitely got to get beyond Stanbury's range.
Ooh.
No, nice head kick. And I think that's going to be the key for Hernandez is not allowing Stanbury to bully him and stalk him and push him into the cage.
Hernandez looks just awkward enough to be tough to fight.
And he's willing to throw hands, feet, you know, from different angles, different different levels.
And he's already connected.
Ooh, nice right hand. Stanbury
nice
going
right
for the clinch to the takedown. Hernandez
Smart move,
looking
good
to
power.
establish guard. He's got half guard. You know, he's holding on to that neck, but a lot of times that's just stalling. You know, you can't do much from that position in half guard.
Good ground to the body there.
Hernandez got the feet and the hips, looking to elevate Stanbury. Trying to transition to side mount Stanbury. Nice job. Let's see if he can establish and maintain it. Trying to isolate Hernandez's right arm. Nice job by Hernandez there, getting to the hip.
He's sneaky strong, isn't he?
And he's aware of the position and where they are in the flow of the fight. Stanbury using that right knee to pin the left leg or right leg of Hernandez down. Looking to go knee on belly.
The thing about Hernandez is he's got a good motor, just enough to make things difficult.
He does, and as you noted before, Spain stayed flat on his back a little bit. Hernandez is side to side. He's getting the feet and the hips. He's trying to elevate Stanbury, get him off his center of gravity.
About 45 seconds left to go in round number one. Looks like both men are going to get back up to their feet, and a pretty good right hand there by Stanbury.
Looking to take him back to the ground.
Hernandez holding his ground. Thwarting that attack is a pretty good job by Hernandez.
Less than 30
here.
seconds left. Hernandez separates. Let's see what he can do.
Nice work. I mean, Hernandez is clearly the smaller man, just in terms of frame, but he's holding his own. He's awkward and he's strong.
And he's not afraid to engage with Stanbury.
Absolutely
on the ground
not.
or standing.
Ooh,
10
nice
seconds.
jab.
Nice jab by Stanbury.
I'm going to tell you what. Stanbury may have won that round. Hernandez is very dangerous. Hernandez is very live.
I agree, and I really think that that's going to give Hernandez some momentum going into the second round. You know, knowing that he was in some bad positions on the ground, he was able to get out of them, get back to the feet. He was able to put some more punches together at the end of the round and survive that round and didn't let Stanbury continually stalk him like he did in the beginning.
You know, it's interesting, and maybe this is just combat sports bias, but you see a fighter from Puerto Rico and you immediately think he's just going to want to stand and bang, right? Because of the boxing pedigree and the history of great Puerto Rican fighters. He's got a wide variety of skills here.
He does. He threw that head kick out of nowhere.
Yes, and landed. And
against a much taller guy. Very composed in the corner, listening to his coach. Both these young men are.
What do you tell your fighter if you're Stanbury and you're against an opponent who you get virtually no information on and is a little bit awkward?
I'm telling Stanbury to put some punches with his kicks, whether it be before or afterwards. You know, really ground and pound of the body if he gets there. You know, try to get to side mount, get out of those guard positions with Hernandez.
Neither one of our fighters from the immediately capital region. We've got Vermont and Puerto Rico, which shout out for making it into Schenectady all the way from the PR. Oh, another head kick.
You know, but again, Stanbury saw it coming from a mile away because there was that distance, and he didn't even feint before that with the hands. Stanbury looking like his path to victory here is on the ground and controlling Hernandez.
Let's see what he can do this time around.
You know, in these novice rules is where it's a little bit different because, again, no ground and pound of the face, but also when you have that ground and pound of the face, you can get your opponent against that cage. Really opens up the opportunity to provide damage to your opponent's face.
Nice job by Hernandez.
Stanbury goes for his own high kick.
I like this fight.
Nice jab, nice uppercut, and that's what Hernandez needs to do. Once Stanbury closes that distance, try to hit him with a step-off uppercut, fight the takedown, looking for that trip. Stanbury taking him down. Hernandez ending up on top. Nice job.
Good defense by Hernandez there.
But good job by Stanbury getting to his knees, not giving up the takedown attempt. Coming up on the halfway mark in the second round. Looking to grab Hernandez, double leg, scoop, turn. Now again, the key is, can he control him here? Can he deliver some damage? Can he attack a submission?
It's hard to think anything other than Stanbury is winning this fight. However, once this gets back up on their feet, for however long it stays, Hernandez is, in my opinion, very live.
You hear the crowd yelling because they think that, Stanbury's in trouble. It's a one-arm in, one-arm out guillotine. It's very challenging to finish an opponent. You see Stanbury's
and he's already out.
So again, for the folks at home, this is not easy. This is difficult. Just holding your opponent in a position to establish that choke is incredibly difficult. The thing I like about Hernandez is he's working out of that open guard. When you close a guard, there's not much you can really do offensively, but he's comfortable being in that open guard, allowing Stanbury to try to pass it.
35 seconds left to go in our second round.
30 seconds left. Here we go. And again, the judges are seeing Stanbury on top. Even though he's not damaging Hernandez. And I would say, standing up, Hernandez has gotten the better of Stanbury this round.
I would agree. I think Stanbury knows what's advantageous to him at this point, and this is one path to victory for sure. And he's more than likely up 2-0. So we're going to see, we'll probably see fireworks round number 3. Hernandez needs to come out and throw some bombs. He can't get taken down a third time.
No.
In the third round, I should say.
Now, for a guy that came out in Fairtex Muay Thai shorts, he's awful comfortable on the ground. Looks to be deceiving.
Well, he may have had intentions of doing it one way, and then he tastes a little power, right? And have you gone into a fight thinking this has to be on our feet? Like, I'm going to just throw bombs with this person, and I'm sure you've had opponents say that they want to throw bombs with you until they taste the power.
But that was so many years ago. The sport has evolved to the point where all these guys and girls are just excellent on the ground. They're excellent on the feet. They're very well-rounded. The game has just changed completely at this point.
How many paths to victory did you have in your heyday?
Oh, I enjoyed to strike. That was my favorite thing. I enjoyed to bludgeon people. Punch, kick. Kicking folks is my favorite thing in the world.
Kicking folks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Very specific. I like it. Well, Hernandez, we know, is not afraid to trade.
But again, you see him cutting Hernandez off. That's what we don't, if you're Hernandez's corner, you don't want to see that because that's going to lend to that takedown. Stanbury working off the jab. And you see Hernandez having a rush to close that distance.
If I'm Stanbury, I just stay back and just pepper him with the jab. Don't get close enough so that you can't get clipped with a head kick.
But again, he's trying to work in for that takedown. He's trying to bait him in for some hands, have him come in, and then shoot in for that double leg.
He's gonna walk into an uppercut at some point because there's a desperate Hernandez.
But he's walked into a few of them, and I think at this point, Stanbury is not concerned about the power of Hernandez.
I think he should be.
Anything can happen. One punch can end everything.
Especially because we know, he's not afraid to bring it too from all angles, and I think Stanbury's actually fighting a very intelligent third round.
He is. He's an intelligent guy, that's obvious, and he feels that this is going to be his best path to victory at this point in the fight.
But you could see Hernandez's eyes. He's loading up for one shot.
Oh,
he's willing to take, he's willing to take a couple of pops too.
He
to
ate
land
that jab and just kept coming forward. He's definitely game.
He's got 1:40 to do so. Does not want to be taken down here. That would be the death of him here in this fight. He's probably down 2-0 at this point anyways.
Nice job. That's what he needs to do. Some dirty boxing when, he's tied up with him like that. We talked about that uppercut. Throw some hooks. Nice job by Hernandez here.
Hernandez is very live. If I was betting this live odds right now, I'd get a nice number on him.
Nice trip. But again, Stanbury ends up on top. Hernandez back against the cage, coming up on the final minute of this fight.
He's got to get
We
up.
talk about the matchups. These matchups are already so even and so competitive. I mean, this more than likely is going to go to a decision. And not for a lack of technique.
If Hernandez wants to have any chance in the final 55 seconds, it's do or die now. You just want to fight, squirm, whatever you can to get up.
He is, and now Stanbury's transition to that side mount, looking to get to mount. But again, a little bit limited with the novice rules.
Yeah.
And especially against that cage. But again, he's doing what he has to do to win.
I agree, and it's a very workmanlike effort by Stanbury. Understanding your lane and your path to victory is, I would imagine that goes along with ring generalship and intelligence.
And right now, if this ends this way, they're going to see Stanbury on top in mount.
20 seconds left to go.
Oh, good job by Hernandez working to get out the back door.
Stanbury looks exhausted.
Well, you know, he's been the one pressing the action, looking for the takedowns. You know, that takes a lot out of you, even if you successfully complete them.
We'll take this one to the cards, and we'll see what the judges think here at Cage Wars 57. Both men showing a lot of respect for one another with some hugs and handshakes. And a good effort by Hernandez. More than likely a victory here for Stanbury. But Hernandez was tough, made it entertaining in spots, just didn't have enough opportunities on the feet to connect enough.
Yeah, he did. And the doctor's checking out Hernandez. Hernandez, you know, obviously fine. But it's always nice to see these athletes being taken care of and safety being first.
Cage Wars 57 here at Rivers Casino in Schenectady. Thank you all for watching on Stimulus.com. Alongside the great, the Capital Region Hall of Famer.
Yeah, right.
Will Barry.
Yeah, right.
My name is Brian Cody, bringing you the action here from Schenectady on St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody. Today's a Shamrock Shake Day for sure.
It really is. You know, again, we talk about Friday night fights, St. Patrick's Day, the energy in the casino, even on the floor when I was out there. You know, it's electric.
Judges are tabulating the scores.
Ginno with his Puerto Rican flag. You know, love to see him back in here again
Absolutely.
at some point.
I mean, young man came all the way from Puerto Rico. He'll be back.
And we're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for the official decision.
Now, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. The judges have scored the fight 30-27 in favor of the red corner. 29-28 in favor of the blue corner. And 30-27 for your winner by way of split decision out of the red corner, Will Stanbury.